Welcome. How are you? I created this video as a way of checking in with you during this very challenging time. And if you are feeling anxious, I want you to know that this is normal. It really is. It's part of our basic nature to feel the unknown. And it's our basic instinct that has protected us for millennia. That being said, we don't want to be overtaken by anxiety and fear. Life is a continual process of changes, some good, some bad. These past 18 months, I have personally experienced unexpected large challenges, been buffeted by huge storms, and have been able to ride the waves of this due to my meditation and spiritual practices of many years. I find the most effective way of working with anxiety and fear and unknown is to acknowledge your feelings and body sensations. It's really not useful to ignore or shove away what's present and real for you. So I invite them in, and I often place my hand on my heart with great compassion and bring my breath deeply and slowly into the belly at the bottom of the lungs. This pandemic has uncovered what the mindfulness and non-dual communities have known, that we are all connected. What affects one another affects the other. We live in a global community, and perhaps by this experience, most of us will finally understand the importance of this. So when considering activities, please think of the most vulnerable in your community. It's vital to keep the curve as low as possible, so we don't overwhelm the healthcare system. Let's do this out of respect for those that are putting their lives on the front lines. And for those of you who are healthcare worker providers and frontline workers of all kinds, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the commitment to the greater community. We appreciate you and acknowledge your work. So with this in mind, I offer you some tips that I find useful. Checking into your breath. Each time you're confronted with information on this virus, pause. Take a slow, deep, calming breath and notice what your body is experiencing. Notice all the sensations and thoughts that arise. Breathe deeply, releasing any tensions that you're holding. This brings us back to our center. It grounds us. Another idea is finding ways to connect. We are so fortunate that we can socialize and connect through all the apps, telephone calls, online offerings. So take time to call those that may be isolated for various reasons. Reach out to those if you're feeling lonely or anxious. Meditation. Meditation offers us the tool to stay centered throughout turbulent times. It gives us a way to come home to ourselves, settle down, reduce panic and anxiety, and deal with the day-to-day realities with a calm, open-hearted presence. That's where the wisdom comes from. So I encourage you to have a meditation practice. Also, have some fun. I bought myself a puzzle. Been watching some good movies with my husband. You can put on some great music and dance and laugh. Some museums are offering their viewings on their websites. So lots of creative things to do. I've also been knitting a lot. Some people are painting and writing poems. I always find this Zen story settling when experiencing unwanted events, so I thought I would share it with you. I've noticed that my friends and I have been referring it to the story quite a lot lately. So here goes. An old Chinese farmer had a mare that broke through the fence and ran away. When his neighbors learned of it, they came to the farmer and said, "What bad luck this is. You don't have a horse during planting season." The farmer listened and then replied, "Bad luck? Good luck. Who knows?" A few days later, the mare returned with 2 stallions. When the neighbors learned of it, they visited the farmer. "You are now a rich man. What good fortune this is," they said. The farmer listened and again replied, "Good fortune? Bad fortune. Who knows?" Later that day, the farmer's only son was thrown from one of the stallions and broke his leg. When the neighbors heard about it, they came back to the farmer. "It is planting season, and there's no one to help you," they said. "This is truly bad luck." The farmer listened, and once more he said, "Bad luck? Good luck? Who knows?" The very next day, the emperor's army rode into town and conscripted the eldest son in every family. Only the farmer's son with his broken leg remained behind. Soon the neighbors arrived. Tearfully, they said, "Yours is the only son who is not taken from his family and sent to war. What good fortune this is." We truly don't know what's to come. Our power is in how we're going to choose to be. For this, we begin now with ourselves and model to the world what we would like to see. There will be many choices to make. Sit with each one and make the decision clearly from the center of your open, compassionate, and loving heart, where the wisdom resides. We will grieve some losses and make new wise choices as we dream new images and create a more kind and loving world that works for all people. Thank you for taking the time to listen and being with me for these moments. Namaste, and may we all be blessed with peace and safety. Until next time.